What is going on, you guys? Ryan from Wadfigs here. My voice probably sounds way different. It is completely shot from all of the screaming last night that I did. Of course, I went to the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia, my first time going to a Rumble event, and without any spoilers and giving anything away on my thoughts, I will say it was absolutely amazing. I thought the show was great. It was easily the most exciting wrestling show I've ever been to, for all of the surprises and whatnot, all the countdowns and everything. It was a great time. Before I get into the actual matches, give my thoughts on some of the stuff, I want to do a little bit of a recap of my day leading up to the Rumble. So, obviously I live here in New York City, and Philadelphia is just like a 2-hour drive away, so we took a Greyhound bus, which was a little bit under 2 hours. There really wasn't much traffic or anything like that, and we had a lot of time before the Rumble started. I was with my brother, by the way, so we spent most of that time just exploring, walking around, mainly the south side of Philadelphia, but we also got into some of the main parts. The city portion was pretty nice. There were some areas that weren't that great, but we were able to sit down, get some coffee and stuff, and we got a lot of Philly cheesesteaks. There were two main spots. I think it was called Pat's and Gino's, if I am correct, which are, I guess, spots tourists usually visit to get like a signature Philly cheesesteak from Philadelphia, and it was fantastic. It was really good. I've never really had an authentic Philly cheesesteak before, and I absolutely loved it. You can see some pictures here. Yeah, they were big. But overall, you know, it was a fun time. Philadelphia, objectively speaking, is not one of the nicer places you can go to in the United States, or even the northeast part. So, you know, it wasn't that exciting, but obviously I really didn't care because I knew the Rumble was hours away. So we're going to go ahead, start things off here. I might show some clips here and there of my reactions and stuff. It's just, I was covering up the speaker on my phone, and you'll hear maybe in some of the clips the audio is just absolutely terrible, so I might just mute it or something. But let's go ahead and talk first about the men's Royal Rumble match. So in terms of surprises, I gotta say I was actually really happy, especially being there. Now I don't know if I can call it surprises, because I think I actually called both Ziggler and Rey Mysterio being in the Rumble, which was awesome to see live. But the NXT talent that were in it were Andrade Cien Almas, who just got off one of the greatest matches in NXT history with Johnny Gargano at TakeOver. So it was really great to see him, and he was actually in there for a while. And also we got to see Adam Cole, which was one of the, I think, largest screams that I had as he came out, because I was not expecting him to be in there. Dolph Ziggler came out at number 30, which, you know, it was nice to see him there, but I figure if you're going to have someone come out at number 30, you would want him to be in the Rumble a little bit longer, especially it being Ziggler's return after giving up the United States Championship. He was only in there for like maybe under 90 seconds, and it was nice to see him, but he was bounced out fairly quickly, so that was kind of disappointing. Not the biggest deal in the world, no. Though I should say, the Hurricane also made his return to a very nice ovation. I had a very funny moment with John Cena, was tossed out very quickly. Great to see him. He got a nice reaction again. I thought it was very funny, so I enjoyed seeing him in the Rumble. But easily the best shocker or return in the Rumble was Rey Mysterio. He was one of my most wanted people I wanted to see in the Rumble. Rey looked absolutely incredible. He looked like his 2006 self. He's in great shape. He was so quick. He dunked out Adam Cole, which actually bothered some people. I really didn't mind it, considering Cole is pretty injured from his match with Aleister Black. But Rey had a lot of highlights. And one of my favorite parts about the Rumble was towards the ending when Cena, Rey, and Mysterio had that stare down, kind of representing like the old generation against Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought that was great. I was not expecting anything like that to happen. It's really nice to see Cena, Mysterio, and Orton sort of have that moment together representing the older generation compared to the guys who are on top now. So I very much enjoyed it. I give them an A+ for Rey Mysterio's return, and I hope he's on 205 Live. I really do hope he's back, because he did an absolutely amazing job. Some of the more funnier moments in the Rumble were definitely with both Kofi Kingston and Heath Slater. I loved what they did with Heath Slater, having him come out, get attacked by Baron Corbin, and it seemed like for like the next 4 entrants, he just could not get in the ring. He kept getting attacked. When Elias came out, it was really great. You know he was going to use his guitar, start singing the song in Philadelphia. I thought it was fantastic. And then Heath Slater finally gets into the ring when Sheamus comes out and eliminates Sheamus in maybe like under 5 seconds. It was really shocking. The crowd went crazy. Heath Slater did a great job, but the fans booed when he was eliminated. So Heath, I give my props to him. Heath did fantastic. Getting on to Kofi, Kofi, of course, his save was pretty funny. He was getting dumped out. Jinder Mahal eliminating most of the New Day. And then I think Big E put like a plate of pancakes on his feet. And then they launched him over the top rope and he eliminated Jinder. Maybe it wasn't on camera, but certainly it was seen in the arena and had me and my brother dying. When Jinder was eliminated, Big E kept like tossing pancakes on him. And for some reason, I thought it was so funny. I was laughing so much. It was great. So Kofi saved this year. Definitely better than years past. Really enjoyed it. But let's go ahead and move on now to the final four in the Rumble. Maybe it was a little bit obvious to some people, but believe it or not, and I am proud of this, I did call perfectly the final four entrants, or members I should say, remaining in the Rumble match, being Roman Reigns, Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, and Finn Balor, and it almost felt like a triple threat match, or excuse me, I should say a fatal four-way match, because of course, the triple threat are three people, and they really teased a lot of moments of all members getting eliminated. You know, at one point Finn was going to get thrown out, at one point Cena, Roman, Shinsuke. You had duels between Shinsuke and Finn. Roman and Cena went at it. There were moments where Roman and Cena were going at it and they were chanting "You both suck," which was hilarious. But at the end of the day, it came down to Shinsuke and Roman. The crowd's heart was beating as it came down to these two, because we really didn't know who was going to win, or at least I didn't. I got it wrong. I thought Roman was going to win. My expectations were pretty low, but thank God I was wrong, because Shinsuke Nakamura went on to win, and he falls down just like my predictions video. The Royal Rumble match, and they added a stipulation, I think a little bit before the show, saying that the winners of the Royal Rumble match would be able to choose what champion they go on to face. So Shinsuke Nakamura had the choice between the WWE champion AJ Styles and the Universal champion Brock Lesnar. And thankfully Shinsuke chose the WWE champion, and of course they're both on SmackDown, so it made more sense. AJ Styles. Let me fix him up a little bit here. Since they both signed, which was actually at the exact same time, fans have been talking about this match being at WrestleMania for so long. For the longest time, people have been saying this is a WrestleMania worthy match. And so long as things work out, you know, bearing injuries, bearing any changes to whatever they do with the storyline, this could be one of the main events of WrestleMania, because of course they always say there are multiple. AJ Styles defending his WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania 34. It is going to be absolutely insane, and I'm calling it now. No matter what matches are added to WrestleMania 34 in between now and the actual show, this, as long as it's happening, will 100% be the match of the night and the best match at WrestleMania 34. I personally cannot wait. The Rumble overall, the men's Rumble I should say, was absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead now and get into the women's Rumble match. So in terms of surprises, there were, man, it felt like almost half the match was surprises for the women's match, and that's okay. You know, maybe it was a little bit overkill. Maybe there were some names that not necessarily shouldn't have been in there, were just maybe a little bit unnecessary, but it was certainly great to see some of the greats of all time. Great to see, though, Lita. She did a great job. She hit the twist of fate a few times. She hit the moonsault, almost killed herself and landed on her neck, by the way. I think it was on Becky Lynch and Sasha. Trish Stratus, of course, who came out at number 30, was fantastic. Beth Phoenix, as well, I thought did a phenomenal job. She looked like she hadn't left the ring in so long. It seems like she just picked up right away. Michelle McCool, as well, was great to see, and Vicky Guerrero even got a laugh at, because she of course yelled "excuse me" a bunch of times. There were some other names, you know, Tori Wilson, Kelly, Molly Holly, Jacqueline. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but overall I would say the surprises were great. Maybe a little overdone, but I'm really not going to complain, because overall I did enjoy the women's Rumble. As I predicted, and as basically everybody predicted, Asuka would go on to win the Women's Royal Rumble, eliminating the Bella Twins, Nikki Bella, at the end while they were both on the apron. And after the match, of course, Asuka is celebrating, and Renee Young, I believe, comes into the ring to ask Asuka, or no, I don't think Renee Young came into the ring. Both champions, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, representing Raw and SmackDown, walked into the ring. Of course, Asuka was going to pick who she wants to face at WrestleMania, because just like I said earlier, there was a stipulation where the winner could choose which champion she or he wants to face. But before Asuka could pick, it happened, and I kind of called it. I said Ronda would be in the Rumble. She wasn't in the Rumble, she was at the Rumble, and after the match, Ronda Rousey, or Rowdy Ronda Rousey, came out to a pretty loud ovation, which was great to hear. It was great to see her. I was freaking out. I'm so happy she's in the WWE. I'm hoping she does a great job because she's such a huge name in the UFC. Well, maybe before her losses, but she comes out, she points at the WrestleMania sign, and it was a little bit awkward, and I saw some complaints saying it took away from Asuka's moment. I personally disagree. I think Asuka didn't get anything taken away from her moment. If anything, it kind of added on to it, made all 4 women seem more important just by the presence of Ronda in the ring, and I think the women's division is going to get even more elevated now with Ronda in the division. So let's see what happens at Mania. I mean, I imagine Asuka will end up picking Alexa Bliss and stay on Raw, and maybe Ronda Rousey chooses to go after Charlotte, which definitely seems like more of the obvious answer. Has been rumored for a while, Charlotte and Ronda at WrestleMania, but I think Asuka and Charlotte would make probably a more quality wrestling match. I think I'd want to see that more personally rather than Asuka and Alexa, and that's nothing against Alexa. But we're going to see where things go. It's going to be very interesting. The road to WrestleMania is indeed looking very exciting. WrestleMania 34 is shaping up already to look like a really, really great event with some of these big names on the card, with AJ and Nakamura, with, I'm pretty sure, Roman and Brock is going to happen. Kurt Angle might have a match. Asuka will be wrestling probably Alexa Bliss, and Ronda Rousey will end up maybe making her debut, or she will at least be wrestling at WrestleMania. Whether she wrestles beforehand or not, I'm not sure. And then you maybe got Cena and Undertaker. There are a lot of things that can happen. WrestleMania, though, I'm definitely excited. But that does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. A little bit of a different video. I stopped doing reviews for shows a while ago, but if you want me to bring them back and you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. I need to stop talking because I think my voice got even worse as this video went on. But stay tuned to the next one. Take care, guys.